Welcome. In this presentation, we will be exploring cross-cultural communication and business as it relates to interdisciplinary. My name is Jackie Anderson, and this is for Interdisciplinary 401. First off, what is the art of communication? I like Jim Rohn's description in his article, 8 Ways to Master the Art of Communication on Success.com. He states, communicating is an art. When we are attempting to get our message out to others, it's as though we start with a giant blank canvas and we then begin to paint a picture, any picture we desire. Now, most people assume that when painting a picture, they only have a few basic brushes at their disposal, but the advanced artist knows there are many tools available to create their masterpiece, and they use each to their advantage. So, now that we understand that, let's look at the definition of communication itself, which is the act or process of using words, sounds, signs, or behaviors to express or exchange information to express your ideas, thoughts, feelings, etc. to somebody else. It is pretty vague and simple if you think about it in reference to the basic definition, but communication is in fact very complex. It is interdisciplinary. It is a masterpiece. Communication involves sociology, psychology, business, marketing, cultural studies, linguistics, politics and government, technology. The list goes on and proves that communication is a very complex and necessary skill that is ever evolving. Understanding business and communication in business is a challenge when you face it on the home front, but when you consider how many businesses are operating on a global scale, now more than ever, that is a whole new ballgame. We have to escape the boundaries of personal understandings and cultural ingrained pre-understandings. Throughout this presentation, we'll be explaining cross-cultural communication and business, analyzing social practices and changes, and understanding communication and cultural studies as an interdisciplinary study. Beyond this understanding, I will identify issues with global communication and develop a strategy to address this issue. Technological communication is huge. It is a game changer for many businesses. Business meetings can be conducted virtually, and this has, of course, its pros and its cons. The pros are that it makes communicating globally instantaneous, easier, and much more cost-effective. The con with virtual communication is that it is also taking away from physical social interaction and causing a decline in social skills. This is bad because people don't have the needed skills to be able to approach someone or know how to approach someone appropriately. Global connectedness, embracing different aspects of the world to become better. Traditional economic models capture only a fraction of the benefits of global connectedness. Six ways to increase value are adding volume, decreasing costs, differentiating or specializing, intensifying competition, normalizing risk, and generating knowledge. We cannot be connected globally without communication. Business communication is highly affected by global connectedness. As mentioned before, it is much easier to be connected due to technological advances, but what does this have to do with global connectedness? Global connectedness in business can be understood as embracing different aspects of the world to become better. Growing a company and becoming better means expansion, and expansion means tapping into other markets and many times globally. Understanding that communication is interdisciplinary and spans across many different studies will allow business executives and teams to communicate effectively on a global scale. To achieve this level of communication and success, educating ourselves across a variety of other studies is necessary. Being able to see different aspects through a psychologist's eyes, a marketing professional's eyes, cultural studies professionals, and so on, is the best way to learn how to communicate globally. Social change. Is person-to-person contact becoming obsolete? Let's look at it closer. Honestly, this isn't necessarily just factual for global communication. The social change happening nationally in the United States is becoming much more diverse as we speak. America is a melting pot for many different cultures, so this communication understanding can also be adapted right here at home as well. Going back to the decline in social skills is making sure we are aware of the social change with physical social interaction. Is person-to-person contact becoming obsolete? No, I don't think so, because there is still a very real need to have that physical social interaction in many situations. Businesses just need to adapt the new ways of communicating and develop new strategies to make the old and the new work together to achieve the best results. My discipline of study is communication. In Communication Program, we learn about the tools and techniques you need to get your message across masterfully while leveraging emerging technologies. If you look at the image I provided on the slide from SNHU, the key word here is collaboration. Business communication is richly interdisciplinary, and interdisciplinary can be thought of as a collaboration of studies to get the best overall final product, and in this example, the best possible communication. We need a variety of viewpoints across many disciplines to understand effective communication, and even more disciplines for business communication, and even more disciplines for cross-cultural business communication. National identity. Simply put, it's understanding cultural differences. National identity in global business is their brand and how the company represents themselves not only internally but externally as well. As stated by Dennis Hennequin in his article, Does a Company's National Identity Matter? He says, being locally relevant is more than just about business structures. It is about adapting tone of voice, marketing and menus to local cultures, languages and tastes, as well as relationships with employees and suppliers. To build a truly global brand, you cannot deny your global roots, but it must be expressed through a local lens. So looking at that, I think we're starting to see a pattern here. We need to see the business through the other culture's eyes. We do this through research and identification with the culture. Now we're going to explore some of the benefits and challenges. I think it is best said in the article by smallbusiness.crone.com, ignoring culture in business communication can lead to problems and communication disruptions. Internal business communication can be disrupted or misinterpreted if workers don't share the same understanding of goals, expectations, and processes. Understanding a culture can help businesses anticipate potential challenges or barriers in adoption of new policies or processes before efforts break down. Looking at it on a positive note, virtual communication does make it easier for us to investigate cultures and their business etiquette more easily and thoroughly, especially if we do it properly and with proper intention. And if we connect to the right people, we can get more personal viewpoint of business etiquette in the other cultures. I think setting up training program within companies and that deal globally is a great way to keep cross-cultural communication boundaries to a minimum. Without training program, it makes hitting detours in the road inevitable and could hinder growth.